Welcome back to Piers Morgan on Central. I'm joined now by Jonathan Goldstein, the former chair of the Jewish Leadership Council and co-owner of Chelsea Football Club. Jonathan, great to see you. What was your reaction as a member of the Jewish community, a leading member, has done a lot of work for the Jewish community? What did you feel about this march at the weekend? And the marches generally, with the volume of people who are turning up, spewing anti-Semitism.
Well, let me start by saying that the far right who turned up on Saturday are no friends of anyone.
Right.
No one welcomes that. It's hateful. It's absolutely the epitome of everything that no one wants to see in British society. Racism at its forefront. Really, that needs to be condemned by everybody before you start. But in terms of the general rallies, well, obviously they've caused great concern to the Jewish community. Now, I am convinced that there are a significant number of people on those rallies that genuinely want to see a peaceful situation within Israel and with the Palestinians. But I'm afraid that there are a significant number of people encouraged invariably by the leadership of those rallies who are Hamas supporting, who are supporting and espousing hateful and genocidal messages on that rally. And that needs to be condemned. And the reason it continues is because the leadership of those rallies continues to encourage.
And when you have
that
somebody like my next guest, Jeremy Corbyn, who's speaking there, but not publicly condemning those people, who are the minority, let's be clear, but he's not publicly condemning them, what would your message to him be?
Well, the message is very simple. If it was any other minority in this country, Mr. Corbyn would ensure that they did not feel victimised, they did not feel bullied, they did not feel intimidated, so that the Jewish community does not feel safe going into London during these weekends. Piers, you're a straightforward talking human being. We all know that from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, where the population of Israel is 10 million, of which 8 million almost are Jewish people, means a land free of Jewish people. It can mean nothing else. It is a genocidal message. And the fact that it is being encouraged by the leadership of those rallies creates hate, creates incitement, and creates a great deal of mistrust.
I mean, we've seen people blatantly saying
community
on camera, through social media, at the march on Saturday, death to the Jews. I mean, it's not ambiguous.
It's
We've
not
seen
ambiguous.
Others chanting jihad. That's not ambiguous.
And what you'll get from your next guest is a small denunciation. But let's go back to October 7th. Mr. Corbyn failed to condemn, in the days following, the actions of Hamas. He called for many years Hamas his friends. He thought they were peace-loving. The Jewish community has known for decades that these people not just want to kill Israelis, but they want to kill Jews. Now, I was in Israel on the 7th of October. I was there on the day. If I had been there, there would have been no discrimination between me and anybody else. The largest number of hostages, other than Israelis, are Thai workers who are working in farms in the south of Israel. Now, I saw no placard at the rally at the weekend calling for the release of the hostages. No. I saw none. I see no request for Hamas to unconditionally release over 200 babies, children, mothers, fathers,
Holocaust survivors, yeah.
Holocaust survivors. I see none of that.
OK, so let me spin it round now to the criticism of Israel's response. I read today that one of Israel's ministers was saying they think they've got about 3 more weeks of being able to wage the war as they are before international support starts to really evaporate. There's going to be a tipping point here because there are so many innocent Palestinians getting slaughtered as they go after Hamas. And of course, the demographic of Gaza being what it is, so many of those are kids.
Look, the loss of innocent life on all sides is tragic. Let us start with that position. I think we all will agree that. The problem that I think Israel has is that it doesn't know what else to do. And I ask you, what would Britain do? What would any other civilized society do with the infrastructure that Hamas has built up on its border? We've all seen the pictures of the tunnels, hundreds of miles of these tunnels underground. And if it appears to be absolutely true that the main nerve center of the Hamas leadership is under a hospital.